we're going to take a look at a comic book marriage. Well, one that is upcoming. The nuptials are in place. But we're going to talk about the meet-cute story of how these two pieces of a comic book came together. And we'll take a look at the part of the book that I have up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hey there, comic book community. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out the description of this video for links to my whatnot, my Instagram, my email, and my eBay store. If you want to reach out to me, feel free to do so. And reaching out to other members of the community is what got us here today. A little story. I was watching a live YouTube video by Liberty Hill Comics. And Dr. Paul, who is the creator of Liberty Hill Comics, he does a lot of comic book conservation. So every Sunday night, Liberty Hill Comics hosts a live video, the Comic Book Conservators, with Dr. Paul from Liberty Hill. There's Phil from Phantom Restoration. There's Captain Larry from Flying L Comics. It was towards the end of the show, and I was just kind of hanging out, and I was bagging and boarding books. They had a live chat going. So Paul noticed a comic that Phil was working on. And with permission of Liberty Hill, here's the clip.
Share that.
It looks like you got a detective on your workspace there, Phil. I know that book.
Oh, as a pianist myself, this has always been a fun cover, that
I have a copy of that book that I bought. I bought a large lot of books, and there was a copy of that book in it. And in fact, cover's in pretty good shape, needed some work. I thought this is a good conservation candidate. I opened it up and started to assess the book, and it, cover was detached. Oh, well, not a big deal. And then I started flipping through it, and I realized I have the wrong interior. So I have
oh my God.
It came to me in a lot that was relatively inexpensive. The way I figured it out was not even off the indicia, which would have been an easy tell. But I was looking at the Grand Comics database. And of course, the splash page of that book is more or less a recreation of the cover, as was pretty common in the Golden Age. Yeah. And the splash page of the interior that I have is not that. So I'm looking for a coverless copy of that.
Look in the comments right now. You found one.
Bronzeville, my new best friend.
I'm glad that I have this sitting on my desk here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, let's hook it up, Bronzeville. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm looking for a coverless copy. Lone Star has a copy that's almost coverless, like the cover's a third of it's missing, right? It'd be a 0.5, I'm sure. And they want just a little bit more than I wanted to pay for a coverless copy. I've been staring at it for months, going, I just got to be patient. See, delayed gratification, boys and girls.
There you go.
Delayed gratification pays off. Awesome. That will be great. I will make a conservation project out of it, and married covers are allowed in conserved designations. So
they are.
We will rock it out.
I love that.
So sure enough, he was talking about a book, and it was like the weird coincidence. The only reason that he spoke about it was that Phil was working on a copy of it, and then he spoke about it, and I happened to be watching this show, and I do have a coverless complete copy of Detective Comics 124. If you watched some recent videos of the Golden Age collection I picked up, this was in there, and I hadn't yet gone through the book, but it has this really dark dust shadow. My belief about this book is that it was the cover was returned, because this collection, he wasn't the original owner, but he had bought a lot of low-grade books, including remainder copies, and there were coverless books, and this was one of them. So far, this is the best one I've found. There was a Pep Comics 45 and some other pretty cool stuff in there. I think there was either a Superman or an Action Comics. There was a Shadow Comics that I needed from 1946, so that's a placeholder in my collection. But the cover of this is very similar with the Joker on kind of the musical sheet, the sheet music. So let's take a look at this book. I'm going to do a read-through of the Batman story, and then we'll kind of go through the rest of the book because it's Detective Comics, which is interesting in the Golden Age. This, I believe, is from 1947, and it is an anthology title. So there are a lot of other books in the a lot of other stories in the book. It's not just Batman. So we're going to take a look at that. So here we have this coverless copy of Detective Comics 124 with the Joker, a smash hit featuring the Joker versus Batman and Robin in The Crime Parade. Sing a Song of Villainy, words and music by Bob Kane. Maybe. Sing a Song of Villainy, a tune for every crime. The Joker makes his music, but the Batman beats his time. So we start off here with this Joker, the grotesque fake piece. And now we present, and it's not actually the Joker, a face that is the weirdly designed radio of that clown prince of crime, the Joker. Our daily program of popular request songs, the Tune Parade. The song most requested today is I Found $1 Million Baby. I'd like to find $1 million, period. That's an idea. We can use song titles for a stunt to baffle Batman. The Crime Parade to follow the Tune Parade. Only you could think of an idea like that, Chief. The next day, the Crime Parade begins. The Tune Parade's most requested song for today is Old Man River. For our clue, there's our clue for today's crime. Come on. I thought we were going to be river pirates, but I get it now. William River, diamond merchant. Ha ha! Mr. River will get it in a moment. You're Old Man River, but we'll keep rolling along. Your sense of humor kills me, Chief. Later, a weird sign flares in the sky over Gotham City. Bruce, look, the bat signal. Commissioner Gordon needs us. We'll change to Batman and Robin and see what he wants. Get out the Batmobile. Soon, in the police commissioner's office, the Joker robbed me because my name is River, and the Tune Parade's top tune today was Old Man River. He said he'll follow the Tune Parade with a crime each day. Sounds like his crazy humor, all right. The next day, to stop the Joker, we must solve the Tune Parade clue before he can commit the crime. Today's most requested song is It's June in January. The only place where it's June in January is in Florida. Sure, Robin. Sure it is. You're right, but I didn't expect the Joker to go so far away for a crime. We'll hover over the airport and check all Florida-bound planes for the Joker's mob. Meanwhile, miles away at the home of Horace Holly, millionaire hobbyist. So it's June and January in that hothouse. But what's in there worth taking? Loot worth a fortune. Be sure to keep it warm enough for my orchids. Who's that? Ha ha! We collect rare orchids too. These rare orchids are worth a fortune. Dig up the bulbs. We can sell them to other collectors. No, you'll ruin my collection. It's my life work. While at the airport, no sign of the Joker yet, Batman. But there's that hothouse plane that brings flowers up from Florida. Flowers? Hothouse? That's it. The famous Holly Orchid Collection. They're worth a fortune. There's Holly's place below. We can land on the gyroscopic stabilizers. Batman! So you guessed the June and January gag. But you're too late. It's never too late to trap rats. Since you like orchids, here's one for you. This hothouse is getting too hot for me. Turning loose this steam will make it even hotter for Batman. Ha ha! In the swirling veil of hot steam. Quick, to our car! Wait, Robin. We can't leave Holly and his gardener to die in this steam. After the two helpless, suffocating men have been rescued, the Joker got away with the orchid bulbs. Oh, my precious flowers! The next day, as the Tune Parade goes on the air, We must not miss another song clue. This crime parade has to stop. Most requested song today is Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. I'll bet the Joker will match that song with a crime covered by smoke bombs. So we'll take these oxygen masks. If the Joker uses smoke bombs, we can spot the smoke and get there in a hurry. But instead of smoke appearing to mark the scene of a song crime, smoke disappears. Choking this chimney, we've flooded the warehouse with smoke. Get your masks on. Smoker's about to get into the watchman's eyes. Ha ha! But keen eyes see the sudden change in the city skyline. That's odd. The chimney in a big building suddenly stopped smoking. That's a silk warehouse. Come on. The supreme acrobats take a shortcut to daunt the Joker's daring plot. Got your mask on? This place is full of smoke. Check, it won't get in my eyes. Batman and the Brat again. They're getting too good at song detecting. And they've got masks on, too. I'm getting tangled up in this silk. Ha ha, that gives me an idea. I can use a silk rope, too, you see. Look out, Robin. The warning is too late. Robin is pinioned by the silk. I'll push the Brat out of the window unless you let us go free, Batman. Don't promise him anything, Batman. I'll agree if you promise not to harm Robin. Sure, we'll just hold him as a hostage. I'll trail you and make you pay double if you harm Robin. Ha ha! You can't trail us, for you can't solve the Toon Parade song clues in time. With Robin a prisoner, the crime clown, a tense, grim Batman, makes plans. I've got to find the Joker's lair quickly, and my only clue is the Toon Parade songs. How can they help you find him? The Toon Parade's top tune is decided by the largest number of requests. The Joker must fix the song selection by having his thugs write hundreds of request letters. Right, and you can trace the letters. At Gotham City Post Office. Inspector, can you find out where a big batch of letters is mailed daily to the Toon Parade? I'll ask our mail collectors. The last few days I picked up a big batch of such letters from the Water Street mailbox. Then we'll watch that box. Later. It's nearly night, and nobody has mailed a big batch of letters at that box yet. Wait, there's someone with a lot of letters now. And it looks like one of the Joker's thugs. Moments later. Yes, all of these letters are to the Toon Parade. It's one of the Joker's men, all right. And he'll lead me to the Joker and Robin. In the deepening twilight, an unsuspecting crook is trailed by a grim shadow overhead. He went into this building. The Joker's hideout must be here. Moments later, the Joker himself, now to grab him. But Batman gets a startling surprise. It's a dummy. Touching it set off an alarm. And my dummy alarm trapped you, Batman. Ha ha! I can't get out of this net. Batman, they got you too? Set my little trap again in case the cops follow Batman. Hold him and the Brat until we finish the tungsten raid. Here's the Toon Parade's broadcasting tonight's song, Chief. Stormy weather is our cue. Come on. Stormy weather. Minutes speed by. Stormy weather, tungsten, I don't get the connection. I think I do. If we could only get out of here. Robin, listen. Get that footstool between your feet and be ready to kick it the way I say. Right. Guard, will you hand me my platinum and diamond badge that I dropped by the dummy? Your badge? Say, I want that for myself. As the mobster's greed plays into Batman's hand. I don't see any badge. Good kick, Robin. Say, what is this? Clang, clang. I'm just using the Joker's trap on you. Now I'll get a tool out of your utility belt, Robin, and cut our bonds. Hurry before the thug gets free. Swiftly, the tricked mobster is tied up. Then, I left the Batmobile around the corner. We may still have time to stop the Joker. I still don't see how you can tie up tungsten in stormy weather. Tungsten's a very valuable metal, and there's a lot of it stored in the city's electric company's Hall of Wonders, a place where they exhibit artificial lightning. Now I get it. Artificial stormy weather. In the Hall of Wonders, awed spectators watch the artificial lightning exhibit. As the awesome show ends, tear down the protective netting and we'll let the lightning loose. We'll show them some real stormy weather. A man-made thunderstorm roars through the building as mighty machines are misused by criminal hands. That'll keep them busy while we steal the tungsten. The lightning's loose. We'll all be killed. Run! We have to cut the switches quickly, but we can't reach them through that lightning. This wire netting will make a safety cage for me, and I've fastened 2 insulators to hold it. I'll cut the switches. Batman, you'll be killed! Terrified spectators see the famous foe of crime walk through crashing death. Crash, crash. He's making it. His wire cage holds out the lightning. As Batman flings open the switches and the lightning dies. The Joker's here, looting the tungsten. Quick, help me connect this cable and we'll have him. Check. Grab the tungsten, quick, before Batman! Touch the tungsten with the cable's live end, Robin. That live end is electrifying the tungsten. I can't move. Neither can I. It won't kill you, but it will kill your little musical crime parade, Joker. Later. We thought you'd like to hear the Toon Parade's hit song for tonight. The Prisoner's Song. Take it away. I hate music. So, I'm not going to do a read-through of the entire rest of the book because this is, a healthy page count, a lot of stories. And, of course, Golden Age stories tend to be a little bit wordy. So we have an advertisement for Wheaties with Del Ennis, who was a rookie outfielder for the Philadelphia Phillies in 1946. He's a pretty good player. Had 100 RBIs 7 times in his career. Swifty Seaver wins 1 for the Beaver. That's some sort of sneaker. I don't know who Swifty Seaver is, to be honest. So, Airwave Story by Lee Harris. Airwave was pretty much a staple of Detective Comics, although he never really gained much fame outside of this. Never was member of the Justice Society or the Seven Soldiers, so didn't have any appearances outside of this. He was, his son was the second Airwave, who premiered in, I think it was Green Lantern 100, as Hal Jordan's nephew. He could ride the radio waves or something. Captain Tootsie ad. And what's our next story? Honest Willie. Very common in the Golden Age to have these kind of humor one-pagers. Knockout by Stan Carter. 2-page text, very common. We get to the centerfold, nice and tight. Chief Hotfoot. And the flashlight battery. So an ad for a flashlight battery. Slam Bradley. Slam Bradley went all the way back to the early days of Detective Comics prior to Batman. He is a detective. I don't know exactly, very cartoony looking characters here. Slam Bradley has been an ongoing part of DC continuity. He was kind of retconned to, he was involved with Catwoman for a while. So the art here is a little more cartoony than some of his earlier adventures. Like Disney Detectives and Penniless Palmers for you in Star Spangled Comics. Cross promotion, which DC was very strong at. A Kellogg's Pep ad. You can get your own beanie. That looks like fun. Jet propelled bike. Expanded gases. That could be a little dangerous. We have a Boy Commando story. I don't believe that this is Simon and Kirby anymore. I should look this up. The Batman story is on comics.org is credited to Bob Kane, but that's unlikely. The Airwave story was penciled by Lee Harris. The Slam Bradley story by John Daly. And the Boy Commando story is pencils. This is very interesting. I didn't realize this. These are pencils by Kurt Swan. hadn't yet refined his style. Was still, I probably trying to ape Kirby as much as anything else. Of course, Boy Commandos, created by Simon and Kirby, had their own title for a while. Three Musketeers kind of story. And then Bob Feller, Cleveland Indian Hall of Fame pitcher. We do have a stain back there. Stain kind of dissipates as it goes through the book, but is through several pages. But I'm interested to see the work that Dr. Paul's going to do on this. Now, this doesn't make sense to me. Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. So that's, yeah, this is a complete interior of Detective Comics 124. I think that's really fun. And it's I enjoy these anthology titles because you do get a mix of characters. I do kind of like Airwave. And it's, I mean, this doesn't look much like Kurt Swan on Superman in the 60s, but one of his, I guess, earlier works. It looks like his first work was on Star Spangled Comics number 49 in October 1945. So he was working on World's Finest, Detective Star Spangled Boy Commandos. He probably did a number of Boy Commando stories. So what did he work on Star Spangled Comics? I just lost the issue number. That was silly. Number 49. He did the cover of Star Spangled Comics number 49. That was his first work. It appears in comic books. Was he in the military? I imagine he was. So anyway, that's just overall a fun book to have. So this is going off to Dr. Paul. Check out his channel to see how it turns out. So there you go, the story of Detective Comics. Check out Liberty Hill Comics. I'm going to be shipping this book off to him. We made a deal for it. He's got some backlog. You see, he probably won't get to it until the beginning of the new year or sometime during the new year. But check out his channel. And, you know, I believe he's going to do a series on marrying these books. And if you have a married cover, but you conserve it otherwise, it comes back not as green label or purple label, but as a blue label, gray stripe, conserved grade. So again, I'll leave the link to his channel below. You can also check out the live shows they do on Sunday. Very interesting. If you have any curiosity about comic book conservation, it's really fun to check out. They're there Sunday nights. I think it's about 8:30 Eastern. So again, check that out. If you're interested in this content and you found my channel, please subscribe. You can take a look at a couple of my other videos here. And this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.